Stay tuned in so you're not tuned out.
What's the word? You're now tuned in to Lukey TV. Great job, man. You did the first step of your day, man, by coming to get the best news. You can get the news you can use, man. Don't hit that snooze. But yeah, man, we got a lot of things going on, man. You know what I'm saying? Where we at right now, man? Y'all don't see that right now the world is looking like Demolition Man, looking like Terminator. You know what I'm saying? Never mind the robots, the AI coming, you know what I'm saying? We got a lot of things going on, man, in the world. And I feel like we ain't paying attention, you know what I'm saying? But if I mention some certain names and talk about the Rihanna and the Super Bowl and this one and that one who got the baby coming and bring you all that celeb gossip, you love it. Like, I'm gonna give you some of that. But at the end of the day, this channel is to keep people in tune, you know what I'm saying? Stay woke, conscious. I need your conscious woke up. I mean, a conscious state of mind is when you're aware, you know what I'm saying? And that's what we out here trying to do, man. We're trying to build your brain with your body. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to educate the man them, the woman them, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we got a lot of things going on, man. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna relate on certain things, you know what I'm saying? Things I come across from the news or that's brought to my attention. I wanna break it down for the masses them, you know what I'm saying? So y'all can understand. These are Lukey classes with your boy, you know what I'm saying? Sensei, oh Lord of mercy, you see me? What is the rappers nowadays teaching people, man? You know what I'm saying? What are they teaching you? You know what I'm saying? Like, besides murder, death, you know what I'm saying? We preaching that demon time, you know what I'm saying? That's not coincidence we on demon time, you know what I'm saying? Son, there's people who's over, that's like, yo, the people who's on top, you know, the record label, man, them, they love that. This wasn't just coincidentally, I don't believe, you know what I'm saying? Because the frequency we on right now is an aggressive frequency, you know what I'm saying? Do your math on that. Kanye told you about the 808s, the lowest chakra. That's why when you hear a lot of this drill music and you hear that boom, boom, all you can talk about is death. You know what I'm saying? Kill, 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 murder, murder, murder. Take your chick. I'm better than you. Look at me. You're nowhere. Ha, ha, ha. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I used to be inspired by hip hop, man. I used to be inspired, man. Like, what happened to those days, man? You know what I'm saying? To listening with someone telling you you can go do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel that no more. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Y'all can drop. Give me, like, I want to know if anybody got 3 people who inspired them. You know what I'm saying? New age or who's still current. You know what I'm saying? Because, yo, I do got to give it to Hov. You know what I'm saying? Never mind, I don't know every single thing he's doing because, you know, people are going to talk about he's worshiping satanic things and these things. But what I can tell you is that he taught men to come from the ghetto and to have a business mind. So that, I applaud. You know what I'm saying? Everything else, I don't know about all that. You know what I'm saying? Because, yo, I know one thing. You know what I'm saying? The same way as a father gives gifts, you know what I'm saying? Our Father gives gifts, meaning the Lord, you know what I'm saying? Which father, you know what I'm saying, is going to give you a daggone rock to chew on, you know what I'm saying, when a baby asks for it, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter from the wicked mind to the good mind, so people's going to give good gifts. And you got to think about it, some of these gifts that we have, you know what I'm saying, it's not from the Creator, man. Sometimes you get that money, sometimes that money gets you to have that money or that Gus or that bling bling. That's made for you to turn your back on life, on helping the next man. You know what I'm saying? Because I was always taught that you're blessed to be a blessing. So who are you blessing? You know what I'm saying? Man, we can't go with it, man. I never seen a Brinks truck follow a hearse, man. And the same people that you hate, that you even talking about in your families and his friends, they're going to be the first ones separating your garments like as they did Jesus in the Bible, man. They're going to be taking everything from you all right now that you ain't want to give them anything anyways. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, we have to really think about these stuff, man. Man, we got to stop being business owners, man. LLCs is in effect, man. Right now, we're in the time frame where there's more young kids. Kids are making more than their mother, their parents. They're breaking generational curses. They're coming from poor households and backgrounds, being their first in their whole generation to be millionaires. Right now, check it out, man. There's more millionaires than ever, and especially of minorities. So I encourage everybody to go get it. I'm trying to get it. You should go get it. Don't look at me getting it. Don't worry about what I have. Go and get your own. You know what I'm saying? Right now, we got to teach our young ones you can go get your own. That's the problem I feel right now. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, everybody know how to take. Give me that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? When I was young coming up, we thought it was cool to take. But let me show you the science, the real science, people. When you take, you don't know how to make. You see me? And now when everything's taken from all the ones out there, it'll just die like that. You know what I'm saying? Meaning that no one can create wealth, man. And if you never knew how to make it, when you take it, all you're gonna know how to do is spend it. And when you spend it, you know what I'm saying, you don't know how to get it back. So you're looking for where to take it from again. Everybody left from around you because they know you're a taker. So there's gonna be no one around you at one point in your life. Watch it, you know what I'm saying? You can have a gang, you're the top man in the gang, you took from everybody in your gang. You're gonna get turned on, you're gonna have your day soon. Every dog has his day, you feel me? That's why a lot of men who was, you know what I'm saying, stick up kids and all that, they went to jail. It came to the point they realized ain't nobody putting nothing on your books. You know why? The same people that was around you, they happy you in jail, silently. You feel me? Because they're like, yo, this dude used to take from me. And they probably was shook of you. You know why? Because you probably enforced it with violence and they probably wasn't on that type of time. Doesn't mean that they ain't gonna realize and be on this type of time, you know what I'm saying? Which is reality that you don't need to be around. You one of those dogs that's wild. You see me? Yeah, wild. You know what I mean? And that kind of dog, what happens to a wild dog? He gets caught and he gets put to sleep. They can't even change him. You can't even go to a next household. Nobody's gonna adopt that wild dog. You feel me? So that's what you're doing to yourself. Men were perpetrating this wildness. Wild. People like that wild, right? Because it's danger. And I realized that, you know what I'm saying? Because we applaud the negative over the positive. So we like the wildness, right? But knowing it don't get you nowhere. Man, I'm here to shut all that down right now, you feel me? I'm here to sit y'all down and tell you like you was my child and no disrespect to anybody. When I say that, I mean that out of love. When you speak to your child, man, what are you really doing? You talk to them and you talk sense into them out of love because you want them to move above where you at. So all your mistakes, you don't want them to make. You feel me? And I believe that if I rear my child and teach them to respect other children and peers, right? It creates a cycle because now you teach your kid the same way I'm teaching my kid. We won't worry about this, them battling each other, you know what I mean? Trying to take from each other. Teach them to make. When you teach them to make, they ain't looking to take. Nobody's robbing and stealing. You see, we got a lot of robbing and stealing people because a lot of them, they never had no authority over them to speak like this. So I want to speak some life into the young man's life, them, even the older man's life. You know what I'm saying? If you're still on that level, because you could be old and still be young. You see what I'm saying? Your mind didn't graduate. There's people coming out of jail, you know what I'm saying? And they still on that same system that when they were younger, before they went to jail. So never mind somebody knows you. They don't even want to be like, yo, I know this guy from around the way. He went to jail. Used to be cool, but I don't know where he's at now. They don't want to deal with you. You know why? Because like you probably got still robbing, thieving, conniving, lying dude that you was back in the days. And guess what? More than likely, they're right. Because where a man left off, unless he elevated himself and got around some other good people and started reading books, which most of us don't want to do. You don't want to read a book, especially one that's going to tell you about yourself. That's why people scared to open up Bibles, Qurans, Torahs. You could say you don't got to be religious, but one thing I do know, if you open up any one of them books, yeah, it's going to have you shook. You know why? Because you got to really look at life on a different scale. You got to come outside yourself to look at yourself. You feel me? You got to come outside yourself to look at yourself. You know what I'm saying? The Bible's the only book that when you read, it reads you. We ain't going to get to that right now. We're going to get too deep. You know what I'm saying? But the word is real, people. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to say, like, spreading this word, I'm spreading this word of life. I want to put life, you know what I'm saying, into the community. I can care less about dollars. I'm already good. God already provides for me how I feel like it, right? But if I could do anything, you know what I'm saying, especially before my time is up, is to put a light bulb in the world's eyes. You feel me? Because you're only as good as, you know what I'm saying, what you produce. You can tell a tree by its fruit. You know what I'm saying? If you know a tree that was giving poisonous fruit, everybody's staying away from that tree. You know what I'm saying? But if I got some sweet, succulent, nourishing fruit, you see me? Y'all gonna like that, you know what I'm saying? And y'all gonna bite that, you're gonna taste it. You're gonna recognize that fruit. And you're gonna pass that to your young one and say, yo, this is good the same way. Because I ain't preaching death, you feel me? Only way you ain't gonna like what I'm saying is if you on that negative vibe. And I can tell you a duppy, mean evil, you see me? So it's like, yo, I'm here to promote life, man. And I believe that all of us, man, we need it. And never mind me expecting to say someone should already know these certain things, but I realize in life, like even me, myself, as you should know yourself when you talk to people, yo, I see that the saying of common sense is not common. Sometimes we expect other people to know these things that we obtained through our lifetime, you know what I'm saying, and grew from. They haven't. And I really mean even a person who's been in the same circumstances in the same place where you've grown up. You see, so sometimes, like, let's just say we all come from the ghetto, right? You would think all people who come from lower, you know what I'm saying, poverty living, I would say, would understand certain things as you understand because you came up in the same place. I mean, you come from the same street. Man, that's not right. I heard this story before, you know what I mean? There's a father who was an alcoholic, you know what I mean? He had two sons. Two sons watched him grow up. He ended up dying from alcoholism, you know what I mean? One son, what do you think happened? Let me just tell you the story. One son became an alcoholic and looked at it as daddy did this, man. I'm a grown man. I could drink too. Yeah. I should see daddy hit this with no chaser. Grew up to be an alcoholic. Same thing happened to him. Made the same demise as his father. The next son looked at it and seen that daddy used to drink, you know what I'm saying? And I seen what it got him from drinking, and I don't want to be like that. Are you understanding the words out of my mouth, man? It's all about how you see things, man. That's why we all have two eyes, man, and we see different, man, different peripheral, how you're looking at a subject, man. That's why you need to sit back sometimes and look at it two ways and not just one. You know what I'm saying? That's why we don't give things enough time to think on. A lot of us, we just go off reaction, which is bad. Calculated moves, people. No chess master plays chess and just says it's my turn and just throw anything. He's actually focusing, thinking a couple steps ahead. I make this move, you make that move. That's how your life gotta be. But we're on this frequency of life to where it's like, yo, it's like, we don't even care, man. It's like we're not tuned in, brothers. We're not tuned in. We don't care what's going on, man. And I'm just here to open up that mind, you know what I'm saying? So how you looking at things? There's two sides of the coin, they say, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you look at two sides of the coin before you make your judgment. You know what I'm saying? Because there's people right now that's in the grave. You feel me? There's people right now that's in the can, behind bars. You know what I'm saying? That wish they can get just 1 minute, 1 second, you know what I'm saying, of their life to go back so they didn't make a certain choice. You understand that? Do you understand going outside, man? That 1 second of your reaction towards something, somebody cut you off, you want to go for the, somebody talk to you a certain way, you want to go for the, you know what I'm saying? Somebody disrespecting you, you want to go for the, but we don't think about like, yo, what does that bring? Am I really a punk because I did this? My kids are in the car, loved one right here, or loved ones is at home that I got to get home to. What is your objection? What do you want to do, man, with your life, man? How do you see it? Steps ahead even already. Because if any little thing could set you off, man, you a time bomb waiting. And that's that wild sense that certain people may think is cool. But just like watching that father who was drinking, certain people's gonna look at this scenario and say, yo, that's not cool. Those guys always go to jail, man. Always gotta keep starting over. You know what I'm saying? Man, I don't respect that, man. When I was young, I was like, oh man, this dude's coming back home and all that, man. What do you do for yourself, bro? And that's no disrespect. If you're coming back home and you got the right mind on your shoulders, I'm with you, man. You about building, you trying to get in business. I know certain brothers who came back, business plans coming out of jail. Went and got degrees, man, from studying while they in jail. Increased their knowledge where they never was at coming out of jail. That's why I say it's a limited few. But you gotta, you see what I mean? You got to do the math on that yourself, man, to everybody you already know. You have to make right choices in life, man, and the only person responsible for your choices is you, man. Just remember everything you do, all right? And then the next thing, yo, there's life and death in the tongue, man. What you speak, you will become. You know what I'm saying? Tell yourself you're great, man. You know what I mean? We got to stop with all this nigga talk and all that stuff, man. We got to tell yourself you'll be great, you are great, you're well, you're healthy, all these things, you feel me? Because it's like, yo, where we at right now, people don't believe in self, man. And you let someone conform you to tell you about yourself. When you don't believe in self or see yourself a certain kind of way, the world will paint a picture of you. You're going to say, that's me now, right? For instance, Child grows up, yo, you bad, man. Yo, man, yo, you a straight thug, man. You're a straight thug. You're a crocodile. You're just like your father. Yo, straight up a little robbing ass little nigga. He gonna grow up, man, be just like his father. Yo, that little person, he idolizes that. I'm already told that. My father was like this, and I'm gonna be like that. Even if his father didn't get to didn't give him no knowledge. But you learn, like, from this person who I come from, and he's like that, I gotta be like that. Listen, even our parents, man, we ain't gotta follow them. Some of our parents is going to the grave or already went early from their mistakes they did. You know what I'm saying? So what are you going to do? There's a saying. They say, like, yo, these things is hereditary, like even with diseases and stuff like that, like high blood pressure, cholesterol. Now, this scientist was like, ain't no really disease hereditary, you know. What's hereditary is you doing the same thing over and over, you know what I'm saying, that your moms used to do. She's cooking all these ham hocks and the pork with the extra grease, refried with this, blah, blah, blah. And you wonder why, yeah, you got cholesterol. What was her diet? Now you eat the same diet, you feel me? Same thing with Pops, you know what I'm saying? So now as you can become your own thinker, you know what I'm saying, and you grow up, you have to relearn everything. Look at your own self and say, how do I take the knowledge that my mother and father have and I boost it up, you know what I'm saying? To the third level, you know what I'm saying? On a different level, you know what I'm saying? Because now you got seeds, you want to leave them in a better place. Life is all about elevation, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why you take from your parents. Now you just come on this step here. So hopefully now you have your seeds. You can bring them to where you are and then boom, even above you. And we just keep going like that because that's what knowledge is supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Knowledge is infinite. You know what I'm saying? That's why it keeps on growing unless a person stops reading, stop learning, stop preaching to his kids, stop pouring into your loved ones. You know what I'm saying? It's very important. When you learn something, stop holding back, man. Too many people want to hold back the truth, don't want to teach people like, yo, listen. Now, I understand. I can't make you read. And I do try to entice the mind to at least go look for it. Because if you just try to tell somebody everything about where you got your thought process from, you know what I'm saying? And especially from you reading this, they have to go through their own. You understand? It's like a lot of us get taught about the Bible and stuff from other people who already resented it. You know what I'm saying? Or they gave it no time. You know what I'm saying? They could already had evilness, dumpiness in already heart. How are you going to read something that's going to tell you about good and you already resent it? You're going to be looking at it as a regular book as this, oh, it's already this because my father told me it's this, my mother said it's this. The slave masters used to say it was this. You didn't realize this word existed before slave masters, before America came to existence. This knowledge been trying to be abolished from how long, you know what I'm saying? And it still can't be abolished because right now we're living in the year of 2023, the year after Jesus, but we ain't going to get into all that. It's a big science, you know what I'm saying? But I do want to encourage every man to read. That's it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to be, I'm not telling you to be religious. Because first of all, we should be having a relation with the maker. You know what I'm saying? But all I know is when you tap into certain sources, when certain words hit your spirit, hit this ear and goes into this dome, this is your temple. Yo, when you realize certain things about yourself, like I'm made from the creator to create, that you can create anything in your life. How does a person say I'm going to be a lawyer? And then they went to study law school and to be a lawyer. How does a person say I want to be a surgeon? And they went into school to study medical and they became a surgeon. Anything you want to be, you got to study it. Some of you guys want to study to be shit. Because you're looking at other people being shit, studying it, and you grow up being shit, and then you come complaining about what did you study, and you put into yourself in focus, I want to be. And was it profitable to be like that next man who you see? That was the wild one, that went to jail all the time, that came back all the time, starting over with a handout, please, yo, help me, help me. They need help from everybody, but they can't help nobody, you know what I'm saying? Certain people, the only thing they have is violence. Since I don't have no mental, all I know is how to use the next person by saying my body, since I'm strong, I'm big and bulky, I can knock a person out. I can take a person's head off, that you may need me. You see, back in the days, we knew that. See a lot of people on the blocks, like where I grown up, out here in Boston, Massachusetts, I'm gonna tell you, because some of y'all know the white part, but you ain't know about the hood parts, you know what I'm saying? And I can tell you, a lot of men was getting extorted on their own block. So never mind you talking about you got a problem with this next street or this next other side. You was being extorted in your own projects, your own block, because the bigger man, you know what I mean, the bigger man run things, right? So a lot of you couldn't even speak up because you know you wasn't that rah-rah dude. You know what I'm saying? And if you did, yeah, exactly. And some of y'all fought back. And then some of y'all sat there like, oh, let me eat that. And then still go rep where I'm from over here and rep my man Black, rep my man Brown, rep my man Green, who's from the same block as me, but we ain't the real same team. You understand? And if you spoke up against any one of them, blah, blah, blah. Yee, all right. We don't want to talk about that because you didn't want to get to that. You're dealing with violence, man. We don't praise them type of things over here, man. Watch who you around. You really with some demons. You really with some devils. You see, once you're in that anger state, that violent state takes over you, bro, that's a channeling. You're putting portals in your brain that's opening to be able to say, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, devil, you could use me. The same way as there's channeling, right? Like when people got the Holy Spirit, or people go to church, or people get, you know what I'm saying, here's some positivity words, and they're channeling positive now to open up in their life, and that's going to be your future. You go into that portal, you know what I'm saying? So it's all about that, man. Like, anybody can say anything against you. It don't matter. Do you believe it? Because you got to believe, bro. Just like if I say, yo, listen, you're going to grow. You're going to be the best in your life. You're going to be that person to break all curses generational in your whole family. I can say it all I want, and I do believe it for anybody who's listening. You know what I'm saying? You can do it. But it's all about you. You got to believe. You know what I'm saying? Yo, we born creators, man. This is not a joke, man. Your brain, this temple, man, it's everything in the universe, man. You know what I'm saying? And when you learn to use it, I'm still learning to use it. I'm not going to tell you, hey, but what I have seen with my years on this planet, man, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. And that's what I'm going to be taking my time giving you guys. So when you tuned in on here, you're going to be hearing, a little bit of comedy, because I am a joker. I love to laugh. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You should too. If we spending our time on earth, right, while we're living, the greatest feeling is joy, right? Let's be honest. When people walk around with like this, I got a smooth face, yo, I'll tear up anything. That person, even at they're not living life, you know. You mad at everything. You mad at yourself. You know what I mean? You want to catch a smack every day, right? It still ain't enough for you to please what's inside your soul, bro. It still ain't nothing for you, man. And you go preach that to the kids to go follow you, man. Following down this hellhole. Man, we facing demons every day, man. You should want to laugh. You should want to smile, man. You should be able to want to give a smile to somebody else, man. That's how I want to live. So with that said, man, yeah, we're going to give you some smiles, some jokes, but don't think that this ain't serious. You know what I'm saying? Because what it's about is, man, I'll give you that entertainment because I know these young ones ain't going to tune in. They can't tune in too much. There's a study that's been said, like right now, you know what I'm saying? My youth, them in school, right? Teacher right now even told me, like, the average kid can't, you know what I'm saying, have attention span past 1 minute and 40 seconds. You know what? And in high school right now, teachers are the test. They don't even get 45 seconds. All right? What that means is while teachers tell them to read someone else's reading, the average kid is going to wake up, do something else to cause disruption in class while you're trying to study the kid. And you get your most nourishment for your brain of learning knowledge going inside you while you're a kid, while that brain is still growing. Not after you daggone 25 or 33. You know what I'm saying? Where they say the brain really fully grows, so never mind the body. But I'm just trying to show you guys that after to a certain age, it's harder for you to indulge. You know what I'm saying? So you get the most at that time frame. You know what I'm saying? Kids learn things so easy, especially, you know what I'm saying, between 0 to 8 years old. That's like that main time frame. That's why we got to be talking to our kids like this, putting power inside them, which is truth, knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Because the schools nowadays, they got your kid more than you. If you're a working parent, you sending your kid to school for them to stay with them. They're educating your youth for them, and we don't even know the whole curriculum of what they're teaching them. That's why nowadays, man, the kids is on a different field, man. I go over and recap with the youth, them, what you learned today. Yeah, okay, what? Then I gotta go back over that and say, what do you think about that? I teach them to have their own brain, their own mind. And yo, what I've learned is crazy, man. Kids is contesting teachers, man, and all that, you know? You know what I'm saying? When I was in school, right? High school story, real fast. I remember going to high school and talking about the powers of our skin, man. This right here, the melanin. Teacher took me out of class. Miss Videra, shout out, I mean, BHS, okay. She know that. Health and science. It's funny, she was like, listen, you know a lot. You know what I mean? And what you own is the right thing, but we can't talk about this here. Basically, she's telling me she could lose her license by going into these things, man, and talking about stuff. And I was like, yo, awesome. I told her we walking satellites. The black men, we are satellites, man. Do you know the melanin inside your skin not only absorbs the sun, but it repels, and it's a conduction of energy. It goes right back to the sun. keeps that sun burning and strong. Like, we have purpose, man. That's why everything was made on this earth and man was the last of God's creation, man. You know what I'm saying? And everything coincides, man. Everything is perfect, man. This right here is the most complicated, the most scientifical, the most elaborate thing any ever made. No scientist can't make this. The human body is what I'm talking about, people. You know what I'm saying? You know why we have a computer? This is supposed to take over me and you. That's what computing is, doing the job electronically, right? So basically, the hard drive inside this computer, that's the brain. We're storing everything, bringing up memories, you know what I'm saying? Then we got the body, your body, your shell, I mean? Really think about the science, man. They're trying to take us over because this right here is what they put now. Never mind the same hard drive, and then you got the RAM of how you can move, right? That's your agility of how fast you can move. If you're into the gym and you're lifting weights or you're running, you know what I'm saying? They're trying to take all of this now, put it into a robot. And once again, make us superhuman. I mean, but you can't replace God, man. Yo, we are the most greatest prize creation ever made, man, on this earth, man. And I beg people to dig deep, man. They're talking about we only use 1/10 of our brain. You know what I'm saying? That's insane. Once you think outside the box and you're out this matrix and you took that red pill, like Neo, you're already using more than your brain than the average man. You see, you're opening up these senses that they don't want you to touch on. You know what I'm saying? And this information right now that's even coming through you, that's coming through this tube right now that you're taking in, is vital, man. And a lot of people don't want you to know. They ain't gonna tell you about yourself. The whole believing state, the I amness. Tell yourself what you are. Don't let nobody tell you. They try to teach you that, oh, you're cocky, you're this, by saying, yo, I'm great, yo, I can't do this. Just like if you're thinking about, you know what I'm saying, you want to speak to a girl as for men, or girls, you want that guy, right? We gotta kind of have some confidence, right? And you do gotta tell yourself, yo, I'm not, you feel me? I don't know what you talking about, but if you ain't know, I am that. And ain't nobody gonna tell me that. This is my world. When you close your eyes and you dream, what do you dream? I'm the superhero out here. You create this life right here. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. Never mind of what the next person is saying, whatever, man, I'm trying to explain to you. You got this. You know what I'm saying? So let's act like it, man. Let's act like we from the creators, man. You know what I'm saying? And what I want to talk about, yo, let's take a look, man, at this world where we going at, man. Could we dehumanize? You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, these kids, man, like, yo, bro, we thought we was wild. I thought that people was wild before me. Yo, it's a wild and error, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a wild error, man. You know what I'm saying? It's the worst time in the whatever, man. Like, man, we all pray as parents for our kids to come home safe after they leave that house, man. Now I understand how my mom's felt, man, how my pops felt when I was young and trying to keep me from certain things. They didn't really see it, right? Because when you're a kid, yo, the goal was like, yo, we never seen being old, and we thought it was so far, man. Think about it, you know what I'm saying? Growing up, I remember, man, so many people being killed before 18. Like, oh, 18, that's it, man. Your life's over. You mean already start going to jail, you can come back, yo, boom, boom, boom. And that's all you could see. Then it was 21, then 25. People never thought of 30, man. They thought 30 was real old. I'm gonna be honest, I thought the same thing. And then I'm like, what? 30's your prime, man. It's like, yo, bro, would you rather die from strays or die from some grays, man? Man, I'd rather let them grays come in. It's okay. I want to be sipping on some nice juice on a beach somewhere with my loved ones, my family, being eligible to travel, do whatever I want to do. You know what I'm saying? And move around. Not wait until what they say in this American society now. Like a dream is like, oh, you by the time you retire, it's like the time you gotta go into an old folks home. I don't want to have to retire and work myself off for working for somebody else to say I'm like this and I can't even move around with my people, man. We should be able to choose how we want to live and how we want to move in this world. And I believe we can, man. And where it's coming at now, since we can, you know what I'm saying, utilize this information that's out there, you know what I'm saying, from being our own bosses and things of that nature, man. Yo, it's crazy. I beg everybody to tap into it because you have something I need, as well as I'm pretty sure I got something you need. You know what I'm saying? So let's share information. That's what these computers are doing. You know what I'm saying? I want to show y'all something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got my next phone. I got upgrades of phones. You know what I'm saying? I got this phone. I'm going to give you a great analogy, man. This phone, it got outdated.
How's it going? I'm a grown woman.
Well, hold on. It got outdated, this phone. It worked great, but it did its service. And then after this phone, you know what I'm saying, had to move up. Then I got this phone, you know what I'm saying? Which is just big brother. But guess what? Even with this phone, get outdated. Because now it's new technology, it's 5G. Then this phone, the new one, this is 5G. This is serving its purpose right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, the same way these phones was computing together, passing on information. What I learned that this one didn't have, the makers said, let's make sure this one has this one. The same way within life, we got to do with our kids, man. What I didn't have, this kid's gonna have, you know what I'm saying? And at an earlier age than me, an earlier age. You know what I'm saying? So I have more time to grow, you know what I'm saying? And be further, mentally and physically and spiritually, where I'm at. That's the goal, people, you know what I'm saying? Teaching people that, yo, life is more than what we think, you know what I'm saying? And you can make anything. So a lot of these kids, man, you know what I'm saying, they're into this whole demon time because they're told that they ain't gonna be nothing. They think that's the only purpose you serve. Young men, young women, you got more purpose you can serve. First thing you gotta do is respect yourself. You don't respect yourself. I can look at the way you talk and carry yourself to know how you respect yourself. It's a shame, man. It's real hard for people to date nowadays because since we dehumanize and we don't care, never mind from the next person being hurt, kicked, beat, stomped to death, and we'll just tape it with one of these phones before we pick you up, separate, yo, go back home safe to your family. Nah, these kids nowadays don't care. They wouldn't be the first ones to record and say, oh, I got the whole death on tape. Man, what's going on with us, man? Even with me growing up, man, like, yo, the OGs wouldn't even tolerate people jumping you. They're like, nah, it don't gotta be my brother or my father. Someone else will come out the building outside and be like, nah, man, hold up. Y'all jumping him? And they will put a stop to it. But we don't got that no more. I'm trying to bring that back. That right there is what we need. People caring for one another. Don't have to be your kid. Care for somebody else, because I'm still that same guy, bro. I'm still that same person. You're not going to jump somebody in front of me. You know what I'm saying? You ain't going to hit a person's grandmoms or a lady in front of me. I still got these tendencies, man. These superhero tendencies. I switch up to Batman, the crime fighter, the vigilante, where it's like I gotta do for my own community. We gotta police our own. Don't call police. Police come when things are done, bro. When someone's dead already, they ain't coming through to protect you while things are happening. How do you protect a situation when you see it occurring or before it occurs? You see, first it starts what I told you before, by pouring into these kids. So before they even go outside the household, you know what I'm saying, they got this knowledge that I don't interact or treat other kids of myself like this, how I'm doing. Never mind even if such and such, John and Joe and Mike are like this. You see me? Nah, man. They gotta be able to tell that person, nah, we don't do that. They gotta know and feel evil. And say that person's on the block, he's evil, stay away from him. Don't let your kids be around, even if it's that family member and that cousin is such and such. You gotta know, like, yo, this such and such, this cousin, or whatever, this other half brother that you over there keeps going to DYS or getting in trouble. My son's not staying alone with that person. Or daughter's not beating around this other girl who's her same age, but she's promiscuous at an early age and she's having babies earlier to what? Where we at? We glorify it, man. I can go down my timeline, but I don't even want to show certain people on the social medias. I'm not ready for that yet, but in the future, I will be showing some things, but I gotta blot out names or whatever, because it hurts me, man. It hurts me how I see these young adults, man, young females talk to their kids, you mean, especially when they got men, you know what I'm saying, young boys growing up to be men, and the father's not around. They call them pussies and all different type of names and be like this. They're trying to make the young boy be a man, and really they hate the fact of their father because he's not around. You know what I mean? And they're treating him, you know what I mean, with abuse. And then he grows up and all he knows is someone who still loves me treats me like this. So watch that I treat you different. Never mind, I even say I love you, you're my friend. Or when he gets a girlfriend, she says I still love you, but why he's ready to on the girl who he claims he loves. Because that first staple of love, the first thing that he met was in the household. How the mother loved you, how pops loved you. I mean, and some of it ain't unconditional. Sometimes they only loved you when you did certain things. We gotta teach our kids unconditional love. I tell my kids off the rip, yeah, I love you, but I will still put that rod to you when you do something incorrect. Because you got to be disciplined. And if I don't discipline you, when you're outside these doors, there's a curriculum in the world off the rip. The law of the universe, you will be dealt with. You go outside, you disrespect me back, you're going to disrespect the next person out there. Even another grown-up. Think about it. I'm a grown-up. And if my kid is a child, and they can disrespect me in my household, they're going to go outside disrespecting the next grown-up. It ain't going to be right for them, right? If I can't hold it down in here and they go outside, more than likely they're going to get in problems with the law, right? The law is going to take them and discipline them. And then they're going to be away from you. They're going to be in jail. What do you think is happening inside there? My man, let's get to science, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. We're going to be on some high science over here with Lukey TV, man. When y'all tuned in, it's so you don't get tuned out. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying? Yo, we really on, war against the machine, man. I used to hear that title and stuff. Now, it really is. Look what do we gravitate towards every day? The first thing you probably wake up is this phone. What it telling you, checking your social medias to what? It's a machine. Do you use your own machine? Do you even just say thank you to the maker when you wake up? You know what I'm saying? Do you pick up a book to read? You got a Bible or Quran or anything? You know what I'm saying? Do you say a prayer before you step out your house, man? Do you know that even just wishing good things for you and your family? Yo, we fighting things, right? Not only in the physical, it all starts in the heavens first, spiritual first, whether you believe it or not. When you put these things in your mind of how I want to live, protect my kids coming out, protect me going, I hate to tell you this, whether you believe it or not, you're dealing with a different kind of power that other people have, man. Their power is only physical, man. Man, I seen prayers work. So, I mean, I don't got to get all into that. I seen that you're like, oh, that person's weak, or they're like this. Man, sometimes you ain't tapped into that source. Some of us is only living, or even where we at in life, because we had a praying ancestor, mother, father, grandmother, grandfather. Yes, we don't want to talk about that. I understand. Some of us. I just want to say, man, to everybody, I'm praying on everybody who gets to come in contact with this video, you know what I'm saying, that something's opened up in your spirit. Something that can give you a hug, that can show you love, that can show you got purpose, man. You know what I'm saying? Something that can show you can do. I'm a can-do kind of guy. We get can't out of here. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to put down people, man. I want to lift you up. You see me? And if you like anything in this video, man, any of the blog, I beg you, it's okay. You can chop it up, put it out there, keep it positive. You know what I'm saying? Once again, I'm not perfect, people. I'm looking to build. I need something from you. Comment down, you know what I'm saying, on the video and let me know what jewels you agree with that I just dropped right here. When I say jewels, something to make you shine, you know what I'm saying? Not these jewels physically, but mentally. I'm dropping jewels and gems, all right? I want to give y'all something that you can take with you and give to others you love, you know what I'm saying? Because the goal of life is about life preservation, how to hold it. So life is already a gift. With any gift, it could be stolen, man. The enemy can come steal your gift. We know that, man. We all got that cousin or that friend that you're like, where's this thing at? I left right here, and then it's gone, right? They come take it. Where's it at? They'll come take your gift, man. I'm over here on your side, man. Let's be smart, man. You got to be smart because the enemy, the devil, is a deceiver, man. He's a master of deceiving. You know what I'm saying? So we got to be smart to him. The only way you have to outwit the devil. There's a great book, Napoleon Hill, How to Outwit the Devil. I recommend people to read that. You know what I'm saying? Because, it's true. The devil can't do nothing but whisper things in your ear, make you feel certain ways to react. But if you know these things already, right, you're going to look at that. It's like, it's like when that fake person in the gang, that guy who's a gang leader, say, yeah, you got to go put this in, go catch this smack, and then go do this for me, and then go do that. And then you're going to be a little OG and you can roll around with us. Some of these young kids is catching the bodies because the older man's telling them to do it. But he know he's in a situation where he can't be going back to jail no more. He's up in his 30s, 40s, 50s, whatever it may be. You can't even survive, man, to go do no daggone time no more. You senior citizen, you elderly. So you make the young man go do it and put his life away. You know what I'm saying? Mess him up instead of steer him right. You know what I'm saying? Because they're dealing with pain, too. Because someone else they love got taken away or somebody disrespected them and all they knew how to do was, you know what I'm saying? So it still goes back to that. Because that's how they knew how to counter these things when they were disrespected, when they didn't get things their way. Like it starts in the household again. You took that kid's toy. You didn't have to learn that. Even though I take this from you, you need to learn. No, go to your room. Don't talk back to mom or pops. You still can't. No, go to your room. We'll talk about it later. Right now, you need to deal with consequences. And that's what we need to get to. Certain people need consequences. All right? Like I was saying before, if we don't rear our kids, the world will. God will. You know what I'm saying? There's something over all of us. That's why you can't control when you wake up in the morning. You can lift weights. You can eat the best food all you want. There is people dropping with no health diseases or, you know what I'm saying, complications that they know of. In these last couple of years, man, I done seen people drop drop. You see me? Like a bird with no wings out the sky. That's what's going on, no lie. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure you got some too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, I never seen a person put an alarm clock next to a dead man and that wakes him up. Don't think that alarm clock wakes you up every morning. Sometimes that alarm clock's going, somebody who is set to go to work today, set to go to work or school, anything they had to go do, but wasn't eligible. They didn't hear that alarm clock ringing. But in reality, the alarm clock did go off. But they passed away in their sleep, man. Come on, let's get to that, man. Let's talk about that, man. You think you in charge? You want to keep thinking you in charge? Oh, you want to keep thinking you in charge? You in charge, you didn't lose your best friend, parent, family member? You ain't in charge, man. You ain't in charge. You're in charge of your own life. You can't make things happen. But to a point, you got to understand, it's the Most High that keeps you, man. Sometimes, like I said, it's the grace. Learn what grace is, favor. Grace is getting something that you don't even deserve. You know? Like how your mother or father will be there for you even if you made a mistake and you had to go to prison. Or you did steal that person such and such, or you did do this and they still like, yo, that's still my son. You understand? Did you hear that? They just still my daughter. They didn't just say, oh, I'm done with that person, man. What, could you thief or you this? They're still gonna love you because that's unconditional. That's how the Father loves you, man. Don't let nobody tell you about you a hypocrite because you mess up at times when you go back to God or you go and you pray, man. Kneel and pray, man. Watch the things happen for you, man, like nothing else, man. You got purpose, man. And that's what we're here for on Lukey TV, man. You know what I'm saying? Thank you guys for your time, man. We're gonna have many more times, man. But once again, man, share the video, man. Share the video. When you share this video, you're sharing life, man. Like I said, I don't need nothing else from none of you, man. I don't need nothing. Roofs over my head, clothing, shelter, you know what I'm saying? And I got more things to come already. But why do I gotta keep all this knowledge I got, right? Like how I was made. Like I felt like God already blessed me enough, man, because I knew like some evil ass friends that was around me, man. If I stuck with them or been around them, some of them's not here. Some of them are in jail for life. Some of them keep going back to jail, coming back out saying, yo. You see what I'm saying? So I learned like, yo, I'm better off, bro. Whatever clicked in my brain, like I'm not perfect, but whatever clicked in my brain to put these puzzles together that says you are not right. And I'm moving right before I get left. You feel me? God gave me that intuition, you know what I mean? Don't sleep on that. So if I could pass that to you and let you know that, man, sometimes you gotta wait things through. You think it's the worst in your life right now, the worst timing. I can tell you one thing, I promise you, trouble don't last always. It never always rains. You know, rain today, rain again today, rain another day. It don't always rain. Sun gonna shine. Prepare for it. Prepare for it and be happy even while it's raining. Like, all right, okay, it's cool, but I'm still gonna get my next gear ready for how I'm gonna step out when it's sunny. You know what I'm saying? Today I gotta put the raincoat on and I gotta put this on, but you know what? I still got my next get up, my new drip I'm about to go wear once it's nice and sunny. You feel me? Because you know that sun's gonna shine, man. Keep that in mind with your life, man. The sun's gonna shine. Everything you're going through, relationships that went away, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes they're made for purpose, you know what I mean? Off the rip. We ain't supposed to be getting taken advantage of all the time. You know it was wrong. You know certain situations you've been in, even you wasn't even supposed to be there, but you try to make yourself fit in. Like a puzzle piece that don't go where it's supposed to go. It don't matter. You can't put it there. You can't keep yourself there where you're at. You know what I'm saying? That's not Lukey. So let's realize, man. All right? So with that being said, man, blessings to everybody. Salute. You know what I'm saying? Thanks for staying tuned in and not being tuned out. We love you over here. Peace. One love.